I forgot to say, I paid
Thanks to my pals at Surfshark for sponsoring today's video. See my exclusive deal by clicking the link in the description below. Get yourself award-winning VPN protection now.
Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Yes, it's a little bit of a ad hoc video today because I am filming on my Galaxy S21, and that's for very good reason, because I'm doing my first ever walk around on the channel, and that happens to be my new car. And from the title, yes, I have done another madness. I'm constantly doing them at the minute, and this one is for very good reason, because in the next coming weeks I will be filming a cheap car series with Aaron from Car Obsession, where we will be competing against each other with the cars that we have bought, and in this case it's an estate. And if you don't know or don't follow Aaron already, he has already gone and bought himself an Audi A4 Avant 3-litre turbo diesel, which is crazy, and it's done over 230,000 miles. Of course, if you want to go over to his channel and watch those videos, you can do by clicking in the top right hand corner. But today for me is a cool one, because I actually finally get to announce what I've gone and bought. Now, by the time you watch this video, we would be already filming our series, because I don't actually want Aaron to know what I've bought. So this video is going to be going up a little bit later, but that doesn't really matter to you guys. So yeah, I don't know whether I've had a midlife crisis yet. I'm not at that age quite yet, but you could probably argue that I have, because yeah, this is well out of the ordinary for me. I would never have thought I would be doing something like this, but yeah, that's what happens when you're friends with Aaron. But yeah, the car is in front of me right now. I've given him a name. His name is Keith, and he is a 2004 Audi A4 Avant with a 1.9 turbo diesel engine. Yes, the PD engines, those perfect diesels. I know they're not, I know PD doesn't stand for perfect diesel, but to me it does. And yeah, this is a 18-plus-year-old car, and for the age of it, I am absolutely gobsmacked by the bodywork condition. Now, when I was looking at estates, the bodywork was the least of my priorities. Of course, I didn't want bags of rust on all the arches, which this doesn't have. This actually has pretty much no rust, apart from a little tiny bit there on the bonnet. And yeah, when I went to look at this car, because believe me, this wasn't the first choice of car, when I turned up and of course looked at the photos before I went to view it, yeah, I was very pleasantly surprised by the condition of it. Now, this car has actually done 192,000 miles. Yes, absolutely crazy. And again, when you look at the condition of the car itself, you wouldn't really think it's done that amount of mileage. Of course, you could go by the age of the car with the registration to sort of guess a ballpark figure. But when you look at it, if you take the registration away, yeah, you'd think this car has done 120,000 miles. So yeah, there are a few little things wrong with it in terms of the bodywork externally. Of course, it's very dirty. I will be addressing that very soon. I will be actually addressing it after this video, because I wanted to show you the car as if how I bought it. I didn't want to show you a clean, spanking new car and sort of go make it better than what it is, because yeah, although it is a good car, there are things wrong with it. So yeah, you can see there is a dent here just on the rear bumper. You can tell because that's caved in comparison to that side. Excuse me for this dodgy walk around. As I said, this is the first ever time I'm doing it, so I'm very new to this. There is a small little dent on the door here. Oh, there. Again, if I really was that fast, I could get it pulled out. There is a crack here in the wing mirror. Yeah, wing mirror. Again, that's an easy fix. I think it's about £20 for the part. You can just pull the glass out and then replace with a new bit of glass. The lights are a little bit blurry. They're not quite there yet, but yeah, there's going to get to a point where that will be an MOT problem. So again, another easy fix, just some sandpaper. Don't quote me on the exact sandpaper, but you know the theory behind it. No toothpaste, you can do it properly without it. And then a nice dirty big crack across the bumper. Again, that's probably the biggest thing apart from the dent over there. yeah, over there on the rear side of the car. That's probably the worst part. And then, as I said a little bit briefly earlier, there's a bit of rust. But yeah, again, this is for the money I spent. Of course, yeah, I forgot to say, I paid £1,200 for this. Yes, now you may think it's a little bit on the high side what I paid for it, but this car was originally, I think, around £1,350, so I got 150 quid off the car. That's because I did pick up things that were wrong or were going to go wrong in the next 6 months, just maintenance wise, etc. Yeah, you got to remember, at this present time, everything is gone mad. Car prices, fuel prices, living prices, everything has gone up. So yeah, buying a car in comparison to buying it maybe 2 years ago, yeah, is a big difference. But nevertheless, I have gone and bought a car cheaper than what Aaron's got. Again, go and have a look at his video to find out exactly what he paid for his. Now, I am going to show you guys inside the car. So we're going to come from it in the passenger side, so I can show you the general condition of the interior, because like the bodywork, it is generally very surprising. Now, the door cards gives you a good indication of the condition of it. Now, there is some scratches along the hard plastic. Yeah, pretty much this entire car is plastic galore. And yeah, you can see some wear and tear on the handles itself, again, because these are highly populated usable areas where people are going in and out, in and out, in and out. The text on the buttons is actually still there, not so much on the driver side, but here it is still there. And again, you can see all the text is visible along the dash. And yeah, you would have spotted this. And to the younger generation, you've probably gone, what is that for? Is that where you put your money and then it comes out of here? No, it's not. It's for this old relic. Yeah, a tape cassette. Who would have thought you would have seen one of these again? I certainly didn't think I'd ever see one of these again in my life. But yeah, Keith has done that. Keith has made that happen. So yeah, I am going to get that replaced. And I've actually got a head unit. Yeah, you probably haven't seen one of these in ages either. I've got a head unit that was lying around in the garage. So I am at some point going to get a fascia kit off eBay and take this whole thing out and replace it with the new CD player that I've got that has Bluetooth, so I can actually listen to Spotify, hopefully. So yeah, there are some wearable items. Again, the gear knob is used every day, so you can see the smooth like surface on the top of it. Again, you can see all the gears, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and race. You can see R for race. Funny thing is, when I actually went to test drive this car, I almost put it into reverse. Yeah, a little bit of a schoolboy error because I'm used to 6-speed gearboxes. But before I did, I quickly went, no, it's not race, it's reverse, steering wheel, again, is in a little bit of a sorry state at the top especially. But I'm really not fussed. If I wanted to, I could go on eBay and get a steering wheel for 30 quid if I really wanted to. Because this is an absolute POV spec run-of-the-mill car, it's no S-line here. I think it's an SE from memory. I'm not too sure. Again, I didn't really research the car as much as I would have if I was buying this car seriously. But yeah, we've got fabric seats. And as opposed to Aaron's, where he's got leather, he's held his together with duct tape. Because all the seams have over time cracked because of the leather weakening, and then it's opened up the seams across the seat. Whereas in here, again, you really wouldn't tell that this is done over 190,000 miles. Of course, you've got the stain here or there on it, but a wet vac is easily going to get that out with no problems. But yeah, the seats are in absolutely mint condition. Forgot to actually say, there are some things that are broken in the car. Of course, this drinks holder, it's not actually broken. You can still use it, put a bottle in there quite easily. But the plate that goes in front, I'll just almost slice my finger off, is broken, and the previous owner tried to put it back on. But apparently, looking this up, you can't actually put this back on. You actually have to buy the entire unit to fix it. Could be wrong. If anyone knows that's not the case, please let me know in the comments below. I'd really like to get that fixed. That is something that really annoys me. What else? I don't really think there's else. Oh yes, there is that there, the floor rest, well, where you can rest your foot while you're driving. Again, that's missing. It's just a rubber mat that goes over the top of it. Another easy replacement item. And you can see the bonnet catch release is now replaced with a good old trusty cable tie. Yeah, the owner, just whoever owned it, not to the previous owner but the owner before that, just didn't really bother to fix it and just, yeah, went with that, which is ideal. Love a cable tie, love a cable tie. Oh, let's jump in the rear of the car. Again, this is where I am gobsmacked, because like my 335D that has unfortunately left the PocketRockets fleet, you can tell that really it hasn't been used in the back here. Again, we've got these lovely comfortable fabric seats with a little bit sorry for themselves with the amount of dirt on them. To be fair, it's not actually that bad, but yeah, for me, in my standards, it's dirty. Yeah, you can see it hasn't really been used in here, and it's a shame really, because this is an estate, and the fact that the rear bench hasn't been used is yeah, a little bit horrible to see. But hey, it's good for me because it looks mint. You can see, yeah, the manual window winders. To the kids that don't know what they are, yeah, they operate your windows. It's equivalent to doing manual labour. There you go. But yeah, less to go wrong. To the boot. This is where Keith has his party tricks, because being in the state, you get a lovely big boot, and yeah, it's no different in here. Of course, with Aaron's car, he has the bigger version, the A6, so his boot is on the bigger side, but I wouldn't actually say it's that much bigger. I don't know the boot size off the top of my head, so I will put it in the video below. I'll put it here. Well, there you go. I'll put it there. And yeah, there's not really much to say other than it's nice and square. Of course, you can fold the seats down. You've got a 60-40 split. I think it's that side or that side, doesn't really matter. And then you can gain even more room. Again, I'll put that in the video below. What was wrong in here? Yes, okay, so this, for some reason, which is not doing it now, every time I'd go to open a boot after a journey, that would just be sitting there like that open, which is really random. And I think it's something to do with the clips here not grabbing onto this bit of plastic. So you think it closes, but I could just literally do that with my hand and then it opens again. So that's very annoying. Also, this, every time you open the boot, would be open, so it would be, oh, it would just be like that, and that's where obviously the triangle is if you ever break down, which is awesome. That's the original gear from when you bought the car from factory. Yeah, this would just be open, and it was because this was missing, this little mechanism that allows you to hold it in and close it. Got a replacement from TPS, and that was like £1. It was nothing, it was peanuts. So yeah, that is the boot. Of course, I've got my cleaning bag in here. Of course, not sponsored by Auto Finesse. If you are watching, give your boy a holler. And yeah, that is literally about it. Actually, I'll show you guys the engine. Why not? We'll go and use the trusty cable tie to open the bonnet. Oh, there it is. Give it a bold pull. And what's funny about this, considering that this is very POV spec car. Oh, try and do this with one hand. Yeah, there we go. It has gas struts, so you don't have to worry about finding a bar to go and open it. So yeah, this is where Keith's heart is, the 1.9 PD turbo diesel engine. Now this is the 115 brake horsepower version, and of course, for those probably eagle-eyed among you would have seen on the back they didn't have any colours on the TDI, and that's the big telltale sign to say whether you've got a 115, 130 or a 150. I don't think they did a 150 in this. I think it was only in the Golfs. But yeah, of course you can see some surface rust across here. It's not really affecting anything. But yeah, it's in very good nick, really is. Oil was perfect. Of course, there was no milky residue in the oil cap. There we go. Make sure I put that on back on properly. There we go. Coolant was brilliant. Everything about this was just brilliant, and that was mainly the most important thing, was finding a car that was mechanically sound, or at least mechanically sound for the next year or so, because it was so cheap. It's not like it's doing me any harm in the wallet department. Of course, diesel is more expensive these days, but I filled up roughly around a week and a half ago, because I have had this car for about a week and a half now, and I've still got about 380 miles of range, and yeah, I've already done over 300 miles. So it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. It's got a 70 litre fuel tank. So in theory, I think the range is around 750 to 800 miles. So you could easily go from Land's End to John O'Groats with no problems. Yeah, I won't talk about that anymore. And that may be a video in the near future. So let me know in the comments if you'd like to see me attempt it again with Aaron in this. I have been thinking about it recently. I don't want to do that journey quite so soon, because it still gives me nightmares. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I went from Land's End to John O'Groats in a Mustang Mach-E, and I didn't make it. So you can check that out again in the top right hand corner if you really want to. But yeah, anyway, that is enough. That is the walk around with Keith, my new Audi A4 Avant. I hope you've enjoyed it. Yeah, it's probably a surprise to you as much as it is to me, because yeah, I never thought I would do something like this. Getting a car that's almost done 200,000 miles on the clock. Crazy. But that was the one thing, making sure it had great service history, because you shouldn't be put off by mileage, guys. You really shouldn't. As long as the car's been looked after, and you're not too worried about bodywork related stuff, because that's generally where it gets battered over time, then go and pick up yourself a bargain. And don't worry about being a snob or being materialistic, because no one cares really what you drive. And if they do, then don't worry about them. You don't need them in your life. So yeah, looking forward to getting this filmed with Aaron and his A6 Avant. Lots is coming, guys. It really is. Me and Aaron have been working in the pipeline with so many ideas and concepts that we're finally putting together. So when we are ready, you would of course know what is going on. You probably will know already, because the time I upload this video, the videos that we will be filming is part of what we're doing. So yeah, anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, of course, comment on what you think of Keith. Would you want to buy Keith off me? He's not for sale at the moment, but he may do in the near future. But yeah, I'm very happy with Keith. Welcome to the PocketRockets family. And yeah, thank you again for all your support. Of course, the new subscribers that have recently been coming on the channel, I am very grateful. It's getting me ever closer to the next milestone. 2,000 subscribers. It's crazy. It really is. And I promise I'm going to start doing more videos this year. I really want to get more proactive on the channel. It definitely deserves it, and of course you guys deserve it too. But yeah, until next time, all the best, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.